Kugan Cassius, IFL TV, MTK Global. One of the press conferences for Heavy Duty this week. Heavy Duty, and you're on it.
Yeah, I know. That's, I think, heavy hitter, innit?
Heavy hitter.
Heavy hitter.
Sonny Edwards.
No.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Very good.
Yeah?
Fight week, standard practice. Camp's gone good. Feel confident, feel sharp. Like every boxer says, you know what I mean? Yeah, feeling good and looking forward to it. I think it's my first fight at the O2.
Is this your first fight at the O2?
At the O2. Obviously, compare that to my brother. He had his debut, and I think he's fought there 3 or 4 times there now. So, yeah, it feels good, you know what I mean, to finally turn up to the O2 to fight rather than just to support.
Before we come on to Saturday, obviously more importantly, could we just confirm your brother isn't going into Love Island?
Did you not watch last night?
I did actually, so...
But nah, he'll be popping up soon. I think he was doing a photo shoot with one of his photographers, and because he's sponsored by 11 Degrees, he had like a twin set on that looked something banging Love Island, so it was just a joke, and then the woman sent him the picture like edited up, and he thought, yeah, I'll stick that on, and then so many people believed it. I personally had about 30-40 messages about, wow, is he going in it? Oh, I'm going to watch it now. And
I'll be honest with you, I was out.
Exclusive.
He's not going in. I rung my missus and went, babe, I think Charlie Edwards is going into Love Island.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And she went, yeah, I just saw that. It must be on tonight. I was going, if he does appear, ring me and FaceTime me.
Well, I don't know, because when Tommy Fury comes out, if he fights again, they're not going to give him no 5, 10, 15 grand to fight, are they, with his 3 million followers?
Well, I think he's done his profile, the world of good, shall we say. What can you tell us about your opponent this weekend?
Tough Mexican, never been stopped, come to win. He's boxed on like Golden Boy promotions as your away fighter on one up at featherweight. Quite big. He's not like a small little Mexican. He's like 5'4", 5". I say quite big, quite big for a flyweight, super flyweight. And yeah, he just comes to have a go if you're in front of him. He's throwing punches. I didn't watch too much. I don't tend to study too much. I just have a little look and usually say yes to my opponents. That's been the pattern so far. So yeah, I think it should be a good fight. He'll come to have a go. It's a world ranking on the line at the end of the day, IBF International. I'm not sure what that guarantees me, but I think definitely top 10. I think it might be in top 5. I've heard, but I don't know.
It seems like you're kind of still waiting for that breakthrough fight for you to kind of really showcase against, who we would consider a name opponent, how good you are. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think Farag was a good.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So far in your career, Farag would be that person.
Since Farag, since how I think easily I beat him, it sort of steered quite a lot of people away. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't like the top of the tree, but he was a very recognisable hard test. Like it meant to be a stern test, and I made what I thought of like work. Even though he's saying he was injured, so now he wants the rematch. So I said, yeah, we'll get a rematch on. I mean, I'd rather fight a Ryan Farag again and have all that fun build-up than a Mexican that I'm not going to see until the press conference. But the weigh-in. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm here to do a job. I let my management team sort me out now. This has been my 4th fight in a row, live on TV. I've been headline, chief support. A bit further down the card, I'm the 4th, the 2nd on the live TV. So it's progress, you know what I mean? And this is a big show, the biggest show I've been on TV, so I'm happy with where I'm at now. But ideally I would like these British opponents or a recognisable name. But if they're not willing to fight, then I'm not going to stall myself chasing these fights, which like my brother's done in the past. When he was chasing the Kao Yafai fight, he was promised it, he vacated his British and ended up over 12 months having 2 8-rounders. Do you know what I mean? So I've learnt from his mistakes. Try and chase these big fights. I could be calling out WBO world champion right now, Ioka. So I think I'm 6th or 7th for the WBO, and I could probably push him for that. But then, who's to say I would even get it? Or you know what I mean? So I'm gonna. I trust my team. I trust Frank Warren. I trust my management. They're steering my ship right, and I'm building a good enough profile, I believe personally, for a flyweight, super flyweight, to fight 4 times live on TV in a row. Boom, boom, boom. All in like title fights. How often really has that happened? Apart from, I would say, my brother, to be honest, in more recent times. Even look at Andrew Selby, had to go over to Mexico to fight in his final eliminator. No British TV back or anything, so yeah, I'm happy with where I am at the moment.
Andrew Selby, obviously, coincidentally, is now signed by MCK as well, so I mean, look, that's a good signing regardless of kind of any kind of rivalry between you guys and your brother, obviously, but Selby's a good signing for MTK.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Selby's a great fighter.
Yeah.
When he was ruling the world in WSB, I was a big fan of his. Obviously, I knew him because my brother was in GB at the same time, and I looked up to him and tried to emulate what he was doing in the ring. So he's a fighter I've always looked up to and always have a massive deal of respect for. You know that saying, though, work until your idols become your rivals. You know what I mean? And if I was to fight him, that's how I would feel. I would feel like honoured to have got to that stage. Do you know what I mean? And but the same fight, I'd be 100% confident. If I'm 100% confident, whether I'm sparring, fighting, weights above, anything, I'm just a confident person. I know I've got the ability to give anyone a hard time. If it is a fight that people want to see, it's an easier fight to make now. But at the same time, I wouldn't be fighting him for chump change because he's fought for world title eliminator. He's a very big name. Just look at the response of when MTK signed him. Like it was a huge response. So if that fight is on the table, then of course I'll discuss it. It's definitely not a no. But at the same time, someone I like a lot and someone I respect a lot. So he's never been one that I've been calling out because I like him on a very personal level. And he's always been steps ahead of me. Now he's coming off a loss and I've got good momentum. Maybe that gap's closing. But like I said, I'm young, I'm trusting my team. But it's definitely a fight I'm interested in. It's not one I'm avoiding at all costs. Definitely not. There's not a single fighter in the world that I'm avoiding at all costs. But they've got to make it make sense. Whether it's title, whether it's opportunity, whether it's purse, it's got to make sense.
I echo that. A few days ago, you posted a video out on your Twitter about a professional bout that Prince Patel was in. Yeah, just your thoughts on that. It seemed a little bit kind of I don't know what the word to even describe.
It's bizarre, wasn't it?
Bizarre, yeah, a tad bizarre.
Do you know, I got sent it a few days before I posted it, and then a few people started sending me it. So I just thought, you know what, I don't think enough people had seen it, but no one wanted to be the one that sort of chucked it out there. So I thought, this is a perfect example, just chuck it on there. And obviously, I'll own up, I lied. I told a white lie, a red herring. I added the final eliminator for the world title. I did add that. That's where it come from. It come from me because that went like. That was one of the main talking points everyone was talking about, and I did that. That was complete fabrication, sensationalization.
Oh, you're admitting it anyway, so...
Yeah, no.
I think that fight was from March 2018.
Yeah.
I think that bout was...
And yeah, I just found it funny, to be honest. Then again, you had a video with Prince the same week, didn't you? I seen him stick it on you.
There was a video that was floating around.
Where was that?
That was at the Amir Khan and...
yeah, because he's on that show, isn't he?
Niraj Goyat press conference, which, yeah...
That's Friday. Friday's fine.
Friday, yes.
Friday's fine.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna no comment you on it, because it's something that I'm choosing not to speak about.
Okay.
Just because, yeah, I'm deciding not to talk about it.
He's a bit of a villain.
But he's in action, obviously, fighting for an IBO world title this week.
Do you know, I'm a Princeaholic, me. I'm a Princeaholic. Like, I'm fascinated by the man. If he wasn't my weight, I'd find him... Well, I do find him hilarious, but, like, I think if he was no way near my weight or never boxed a brother on that, I'd be a Princeaholic. I'm not even joking. Because I find him hilarious. Same way I really like Adrian Broner. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it is about me. I seem to like these mad, out there, brash characters, like... But I do think he he passed the line of being a disrespectful little twat. But apart from that, do you know when he's saying some things, I think it's hilarious. But like I said, he's not now probably, but he was a potential opponent. So obviously you're not going to have someone like that. And I've known him on a personal level for years. Like there was a time that he was boxing for England, and I was in like a minibus that went all the way up to Wales or something, and we was there chatting. Like it wasn't nothing. And Chandler already boxed him a couple of times at this point. Just is what is, isn't he? He feels like he's making a career for himself, and I'm not mad at it. I personally wouldn't wipe my arse with an IBO world title, but if he's calling it a world title, then who am I to say otherwise? Do you know what I mean? So
are you saying if you were fighting for an IBO title and you were to win an IBO title, you wouldn't?
I'll do a George Grove.
But you wouldn't class yourself as a world champion.
No, I would not. Say someone had a world title and I won that off that. I would never fight anyone for an IBO world title with that being it. Say with the Ruiz situation where he's boxed for the WBA, do you know what I mean? Then
it's an add-on belt.
But
yeah.
I still wouldn't pay the sanctioning fees. They wouldn't take the 2-3% or whatever they would try and take. They wouldn't take it. Not for me.
All right. Well, listen. Regardless of kind of whatever's happened in the past and that, he's still one of our fighters over here. So you know.
Britain can have
best of
world
luck.
champion.
Best of luck in Saudi Arabia. That's all I'm going to end on that one with. Have you got anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Edwards?
Not really. Hopefully on Saturday I'll have something to add. New belt to the collection. That'd be nice. IBF International. But yeah, still chasing the British title fights. I want the British title very, very badly. But at the same time, someone was saying to me yesterday in the public workout that there's probably every chance that I'll win a world title before someone will fight me for the British title. And that's the way it's looking at the moment. Disappointing, but it is what it is. It's by no want of trying or wanting these fights. The reason I'm not fighting for the British title is just the fight got offered to everyone, you know. Harvey Horn, Joe Mafosa, it's to everyone. Tommy Frank, obviously, pulled out the purse bids. Marcel Braithwaite, who recently come on to me last week saying that he wants to fight me. 3 weeks ago, he turned the fight down. Well, his trainer turned the fight down. But I don't think he'd pass for the British, to be honest, because I think his 8-on-1 lost to Brett Fido convincingly. Come back on a comeback and beat someone that had some like 0 wins, 6 losses or something like that. And he's never boxed above 6 rounds, so I don't think the British board will pass that. It's a shame, really. It is what it is. I can't. The powers that be, I can't do anything about it.
I'm sure you'll get your shot at some point.
Hopefully. If not, you know, I'm going to just buy a replica British title and start walking into the ring. I'm serious. I nearly done it for this one. I'm champion by default.
I know you ain't going to do that.
Alright, now that's challenge accepted. Now watch.
Sonny Edwards, thank you very much. Talking to IFL TV. Wish you the best of luck on Saturday, and I'm sure we'll grab a word with you after your fight at the O2.